Find yourself in the Beachview area of Pittsburgh? Check out the official pizza of this show, Slice on Broadway, sharing an abnormal obsession with pizza we can relate to. Check them out at sliceonbroadway.com and tell them this show sent you.
Who will overwatch the Overwatchers this week on Boss Battle? Welcome everybody to Boss Battle 118, a show in which the writers of InsertCoinToBegin.com get together and talk about video games. I'm your host, Bobby F. J-Town, but before we get to the pepperoni on this pizza of a podcast, let's find out what everybody achieved this week. Chachi, how about you? What did you achieve?
Pepperoni.
Very good.
Well, I played Destiny for exactly 1 hour.
That's it?
Because that is all of the time until today that I had to play video games.
Somebody's been working.
Yeah. My second employer, Sorgatron Media, needed me to do some videos. And so I did videos all last week. And then I did wrestling all weekend. So
Did you make the videos a game?
No. I played about an hour of Destiny, and today I played about an hour and a half of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Cool. How was it?
Kevin Spacey looks like Kevin Spacey.
What?
Like,
Except for everybody says his eyes are like dead.
No.
But can't happen.
That's a general Call of Duty problem, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Kevin Spacey looks like Kevin Spacey. Adam, that is Kevin Spacey. And then I went to the funeral. Don't see what the big deal is.
Did you press X?
I did. You have to.
Yep.
It won't let you move on unless you press X.
I refuse to press X.
So, yeah, I did all that. Like, I didn't try it, but I'm pretty sure it would make you redo the entire funeral if you don't press X.
And who'd want to do that?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, not a bad game so far. At least story mode. I haven't tried multiplayer yet. I'll get to that once I finish story. So that's all I had time for this week.
Cool. Sorg, what did you achieve this week?
I won King of the Ring in Supercard and got my whatever purple is Ultimate Warrior. Yes.
We shall have a pizza party in your honor.
Oh, hell, shall we? What is this? What is it, like the Book It program?
Yes, for video games.
For video games. And that's it. That's just been my addiction. I had a lot of stuff. I had the wrestling, like Chachi mentioned, and the football, and I was on top of that King of the Ring. I got second place the game before it, actually. So LB's not strategizing, maybe kind of consider some things, and I tried something different, just kind of like the way I recharged and sorted things. I can't repeat it because it's like felt right at the time. It was serendipity. It was Supercard serendipity. So that's about all I did.
All right, and joining us once again is Lunchbox. Lunchbox, what did you achieve this week?
Hi, everybody. It's me. I'm joining you again.
Yay.
Lunchbox.
Hi. I unlocked a couple of stages on Pac-Man Championship Edition DX Plus, which is my new favorite game to zone out playing. And I have just been spending way too much time playing Supercard now, where I can do it on autopilot while I'm doing actual work at work, and that's bad.
Yeah.
But that's really been it. I haven't, ever since I beat Shadows of Mordor, I haven't really been engrossed in anything too much.
Call of Duty came out.
All right, I achieved, I played The Simpsons Tapped Out, which I am now wary of freemium games, but we'll get to why later. And I've been playing Supercard, and guys, guess what I achieved in Supercard this week? I did not qualify for the King of the Ring and got rare cards because I let it go.
And LB, you probably second this. There was also another challenge. I love these feuds that they do, where you pick a side, and they just did. Usually, it's whoever's in a pay-per-view, like Ambrose and Rollins. But they just did Andre versus Hulk, and I just attack those lately. I did a massive push on it, got me in the top 20,000 because I really wanted. I was really aiming for the Macho Man, but ended up with the Warrior. Okay, all right. But like I bumped up or down a level or two, I guess. But it was really interesting. LB, did you do that a little bit?
I did. I got an Ultimate Warrior. I was pulling for Andre the Giant, but alas.
Awesome.
I would pick the winning side, Hulk Hogan, for the win. Alex Cars from the chat also said he was the star in Human Mario Kart, or he got a star in Human Mario Kart. Again, I don't know what Human Mario Kart is.
Sounds illegal.
Yeah, illegal street racing with carts, maybe. I have no idea. All right, Chachi, you want to take us around the net?
It is time for this week's edition of Video Game Themed Things from around the internet.
Net.
Let's go to the runners-up. It's not new. I just came across it and laughed hysterically while watching it, so I put it in. A channel I follow, ADHD, they often do funny songs, did one called Sympathy for Slender Man song. It's 2 minutes and 13 seconds long. It's a nifty little tune teaching you why you should have sympathy for the Slender Man.
Is it like Sympathy for the Devil?
No.
Oh.
And then the
Hello?
other runner-up.
Hold on, guys. You're having a real big pause there. Hold on, I need a marker there.
Okay, good. I thought that was just me.
Yeah, I thought it was just me too.
This has been happening all night. I don't know if it's here or if it's on that side.
It was happening on Monday night in the Hangouts too.
Yeah, really? So this is a Hangout thing?
Yeah.
It might be.
Oh, shit. That made my night longer.
Because that's why I kept asking you guys if I was pausing.
All right, we'll try to deal with it. All right, a second runner-up, Chachi.
And the second runner-up this week is a deviant artist who made dioramas of storefronts from Los Santos in GTA 5. We all know what dioramas are, and if you don't, you need to go back to elementary school.
Isn't that the thing? Shoeboxes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Grade
so
school was good to me.
but they are extremely well done, and I don't even want to know how long it took them because I would probably just want to smack them. So yeah, check those out. And to the cheese of this pizza of a podcast, there's a 3-minute long video that shows I don't know if he's a chef or an artist chef. He creates all 151 original Pokemon in pancake form.
What?
And it's they're edible.
Yes.
You gotta eat them all.
Gotta eat them all.
But they look delicious. I love pancakes. Yeah, you can watch that. 3 minutes and 1 second long.
I want to make a Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet.
Only the original 151.
What? That's cool.
Next up, MLG streaming gamer Bro with the Fro, YouTuber, was interrupted while streaming Dark Souls 2 the other day by his mother. And the chat went, and apparently she did a lot better than he was doing. So, yeah, you can check out that part of the broadcast.
Isn't that the worst? Like when your parents are better than you at a game.
Oh, my mom beat the original Legend of Zelda before I did. She had little maps on note cards and shit. It was incredible.
My dad killed all the buffalo in Red Dead Redemption before I even got to shoot him. Like he wiped out the entire buffalo thing, and I didn't even get that achievement. He did.
Bastards. But and then last but not least, happy birthday, World of Warcraft.
What?
It's
Happy
10 years
birthday.
old now. And on the 8th, Blizzard released a documentary. It's about an hour long, called World of Warcraft Looking for Group. And it has bits and pieces of some of the fun stuff from World of Warcraft and comments from celebrity players. So you can go over and check that out.
Still going strong. 10 years later.
They just released an update for it, so
and they had
it's still going.
Did you see the Smash taxi cab with a giant axe from the Iron Horde?
I didn't.
Yeah, they had a Smash taxi cab in New York City with a giant axe in it because of the new expansion. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere for a little bit, so you can check that out if you have an hour. Definitely recommend it. I watched it. It's entertaining. And that is all I have for you, my loyal fans, in this week's edition of Video Game Things from Around the Internet. Back to you, Bobby.
All right, let's get to some things you should be made aware of. First, some news bits here. Chachi, you might be interested in this.
What did I do?
No, you didn't do anything. You might actually have to help me with this one because I'm not too familiar with Destiny yet. They announced that there are going to be some changes coming to it, and it's all mostly good stuff. They said new shaders for your gear is on the way. There's ways to preview items before you spend your glimmer. Greater chances of showers in public. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means? Greater chances of showers in public spaces?
I have no idea what they mean by that.
Loot showers.
Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe loot showers. Not showers in public spaces with people and disgusting bits and all that out.
Okay.
Disgusting.
That's weird.
Adjustment to some arenas that need better traffic flow. New economies to equip you with upgraded materials. You're going to have fixes and patches and other invisible technical evolutions. And they say they have some other, and then in quotes it says he's still sort of a bastard. All right, and Nintendo announced that they already have the Amiibos coming out soon here in America, but they announced a second wave of Amiibos. That's their answer to the Disney Infinity figures. Wind Waker Link is coming. Sonic the Hedgehog is coming. Bowser, Mega Man, Rosalina, and Sheik. Those are some of the ones that they're coming out with. They look really amazing. Really well sculpted figures. They're going to be out January 22nd in Japan, and they don't have a date here in the U.S. yet. But people are going to be able to use them with Smash Brothers and any other games like Mario Kart and stuff like that. So that's some pretty cool news from Nintendo there. They need some cool news.
I like it because I am transfixed with the Disney Infinity Marvel characters.
I was gonna buy Groot just for the figure.
I kind of want to, and I'm just like, wait, do I need this? Like Missy had said, oh, we should get the Mater from Cars for her father, and now I'm like, I started looking into it. I downloaded it on my PC, and I'm like, okay, if I get a figure, can I still play it on my PC? Do I need to get the starter thing? I'm not sure, and I've just been just fascinated with it. And I spent like 20 minutes just looking at the Marvel ones at Kmart when we were traveling a couple weeks ago. So I don't know. It's got me. And the Nintendo ones, even though I don't have a Wii U or DS or anything, have me interested. My collectibleness kind of wants that.
The sad thing is I don't even want the games. I just want the figure.
No, but that's the other thing too. I'm this close to go getting some telepods for Angry Birds Transformers. I'm telling you.
All right, and guys, I sound like Christopher Walken there for a minute. Guys,
you have to watch his ass.
All right, Microsoft announced that they didn't announce it. Somebody actually discovered it on one of the message boards. They just registered a trademark.
And one of the best trademarks.
You know what they trademarked? Battletoads.
One of the best trademarks, Battletoads.
Trademarked Battletoads. Whether this means Battletoads Microsoft Office 2014, or are they going to bring the game back? Here's hoping they're going to bring the game back. Microsoft bought Rare. Rare is the company that owns they used to own the trademark to Battletoads. Now Microsoft owns it, so they can probably still make a game out of it. When reached for a comment, the representative from Microsoft said that Microsoft often acquires various trademarks as part of its ongoing business strategy. So, not really any news, but still kind of hopeful. They don't want to say anything yet, which of course they're not going to say anything unless they have a game that's ready to go. But the trademark was filed November 5th, and it applies to game software and entertainment services, namely providing online video games. So that's a fun thing. And now we're going to get to a little bit of a sad thing, an update on a story we talked about earlier. The Black Glove from Datube of Irrational Games. Irrational was hit with the layoffs, and these were the people that were laid off from Irrational, and they made the first-person adventure, The Black Glove, and they had it on Kickstarter. But after a month of campaigning, it only made 216,517 of its 550,000 target. So they made less than half of what they wanted to. But they're going to try to still make the game, and they're talking to publishers who reached out in recent weeks. And creative director Joe Fielder said the studio is also exploring other ideas. So there might be some silver lining to this dark cloud for them. But what do you guys think? Are you kind of bummed out about this? Because this did look like a kind of a cool game.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the cool things about Kickstarter, even though they didn't make it, you're right about the publishers, because I remember from our own Kickstarter experience, once you start putting that out there in that publicity, some people can come to you and say, hey, if this doesn't work out, we are interested, So good for them. They got it out there. They got the concept out there, and we'll see.
And they do have that kind of a big studio name, and like a lot of them came from Insomniac.
My whole thing is, when they first announced this, they didn't say anything about releasing it or still trying to make the game or looking for publishers. Mm-hmm. It just came off as if they were whining. And that irritated the crap out of me. They're like, oh, we didn't get the money, we're not going to make the game anymore. Because there's tons of game developers out there that do that, and it annoys the hell out of me. Because how am I supposed to take a game seriously if you're not taking the game seriously? Like, if you're not passionate to continue with making the game, then I'm not passionate about playing your game.
Wait. Are we talking about, like, what level of games are we talking about? Are we talking about, like, Fez, where, like, basically one guy works on it? Or are we talking about BioShock?
It's all levels of games.
Well, it's one thing if it's one person. If you're not getting paid for it, how much time goes into making a game? If you're not getting paid for it, you can't put all into it. People have to pay their rent.
You don't have to put all into it. You can get a job and do this in your spare time. We prove that every week when we get together on Tuesday, and you specifically and podcast for 8 hours, 9 hours a day.
I think coding is a whole other level than doing this. We can. This is something that we bump something out in a night versus something that takes hours to develop for something that'll entertain you for maybe a couple hours. So, that's just my take on it.
It's a good thing that they're actually showing that they want to continue making it, though, too.
Yeah, and there's options out there.
To be continued, I guess. All right, guys. Our big discussion this week. Did you guys watch South Park from last Wednesday?
Oh yeah, I did.
Mm-mm.
You didn't watch South Park? Okay, Lunchbox.
I don't have cable. I apologize.
I fell asleep
for my poverty.
Don't apologize. Just for your poverty app out there that you can download. Do you have to have cable for that?
No, I watch on Hulu myself. So.
Okay, well, this week on South Park, they talked about freemium games. And in the discussion of freemium games, it was something that we've talked about regularly on here. We had a public service announcement for Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I could have used this South Park episode during that dark period in my life. Basically, they equated freemium games to that are. They said it was run by the Canadian Devil, which was amazing.
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub, yes. And they buy these freemium games and they trick people into spending money. And they said the game wasn't exciting and entertainment, or it wasn't entertaining. It was just a run-of-the-mill boring game that they would push you further into the game, just like freemium games do. It was an excellent episode. Sorg, do you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I was really interested in this. South Park has been hitting on all cylinders. They had an episode earlier in the season, I think the first episode of the season, that dealt with Kickstarter and basically startup culture.
Yeah.
Like they've been hitting these like high level, internet-y culture concepts, and basically LB they patterned the what's the Canadian characters on there? Terrence and Phillip.
Terrence and Phillip, yeah. It
Basically,
was a Terrence and Phillip freemium game.
It was basically a Terrence and Phillip tapped out. And but
you've collected 10 coins.
Yeah. You collected 10 Canadian coins. Would you like to buy more Canadian coins? And to the point where I think Stan bought $2,000 in Canadian coins.
Yeah.
And it was from the Canadian Ministry of Freemium Games. and they were using the freemium games to build up the infrastructure in Canada because it had been so bad for so long. It was pretty good. There's a lot of good statements. Of course, Terrence Phillips saying, hey, the game sucks. We're only making it just fun enough. And that's my problem a lot of times. I'm not doing enough fun things in Simpsons to carry on with it. And a lot of them that I try, the same thing.
Aliens is fun.
I guess haven't gone that far, and I don't have the attention span to do it. Angry Birds Transformers is a freemium game. Didn't I just say I want to get a telepod for that game so I can level up my armor? I'm willing to buy, or I want whatever gets me the Angry Birds Jenga that's in the game. That's apparently a $9.99 purchase in the app. But I'm okay with going into the game personally and playing until I run out of levels.
And we were just talking about these Amiibo figures that are pretty much the same thing.
It is. It really is. It really is. It's making us want to spend more money on our games. Yep. And same with DLCs and stuff. But I think it really explored why freemium games are like gambling.
Mm-hmm.
Very much. And thank you to the devil, we got a very good explanation on why that works. And I can see that. I see people with
regular devil.
I see people with addictive personalities that might switch to here on the show. And
yeah.
And I look at my credit card and be like, oh, hey, what is all this? I didn't buy that many albums or apps or something. And we have a very serious discussion about it.
They even touched on regular gambling, too.
Yes, they did.
And alcoholism, too.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, it was an episode about addictions, but it was so brilliantly done. And like we said, this season has been amazing for South Park.
Yeah, for sure.
As far as the whole drone thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but they're always very current, and I'm amazed that this many years in, Simpsons isn't usually as topical.
Mm-hmm.
They're, I guess you can say they're gag based, right?
Yeah.
Versus South Park is just topical across the board, typically, right?
And they turn the episodes out in a week.
Yeah. If you ever watch that,
for a cartoon to do.
Yeah, if you ever watch that documentary, we actually Chachi, I believe, interviewed the director from that, or I did. I can't remember which one it was. Yep. Anyway, was it me?
It was you.
It was me. Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe. Gotta look in the history bank. It's on the YouTubes.
I don't know. It was so long ago.
It's on the YouTubes. But anyways, but it is an issue, and unfortunately, they're making so much money from it. And yeah, I'm a person that downloads a freemium game, and if I see a thing that says you have to pay this much to proceed, Crazy Taxi does the same thing in the Hulk Hogan week. It was watch this video, wait 3 hours, or purchase something like diamonds or something in order to continue playing as Hulk Hogan. I'm like, I'll check in 12 hours. I got better stuff to do.
Did they at least say brother after it?
They said brother all the time in that game.
I love it.
The best part was when he started spouting out Thunderlips lines and then said, "Oh, what am I talking about?" But it's still on my phone. I gotta get rid of it. I don't even think I want the game after they don't have Hulk Hogan on it anymore. I have Crazy Taxi. I'll just play that.
All right. Guys, our big story this week is Blizzard announced a new franchise. The first time in like 17 years that Blizzard announced a new franchise at BlizzCon this weekend. Overwatch is the new franchise. It's a first-person shooter, and it is a reworked version of their PvP game that was canceled. We talked about Titan before. This game it came from the ashes of Titan. So it's good to see that something came out of something they were working on and it wasn't just, thrown away. So, but the action of Overwatch takes place in a technologically advanced, highly stylized future Earth in a time of global crisis and international task force of soldiers, scientists, adventurers, and oddities known as Overwatch had come together to restore peace and to a war-torn world. They're going to
any game that came out in the past 20 years.
Yeah, but it's
but it's Blizzard doing it.
It's Blizzard.
I understand that. I just think the description is just so amusingly generic.
But it's Blizzard's turn to do it.
But there's going to be 12 classes that they have announced so far. Sorg, do you want to pull up the things for our video listeners or video watchers?
Oh, I already had it up.
Okay. There's our Tracers, Winston, who's like a gorilla type dude, who looks awesome. Like the design of these characters. Let's see here. Bear with me. Yeah, Winston is like the mech gorilla.
Symmetra looks like like a kind of technological pharaoh-ish lady.
Mm-hmm. Bastion is like a robot. He's holding a bird. He kind of looks like the robots from Borderlands a bit. The Reaper looks awesome. I think if I would play the game, I think I would play as Reaper because he just looks badass. Torborn looks kind of like a garden gnome on acid.
He looks like a bionic Lost Viking.
Yeah. He's a bionic Lost Viking, exactly. Widowmaker, who is a lady. Don't mess with that lady. Hanzo is a sort of like a samurai warrior type of character. He has a bow and arrow, which is kind of cool for a first-person shooter game. Zenyatta is like a Zen robot. There's a lot of robots in this, but they look really awesome. Reinhardt kind of looks like Nightmare, but he's like a robot too. Farah, who's like a Egyptian type warrior and like just ginormous body armor. And Mercy, who's like kind of looks like an angel type of character. But the game looks amazing so far, and I can't wait to hear more about it. The final battle question this week is, since you guys are kind of more PC gamers than I am, I'm hoping it comes out for the Xbox One or the PS3. Or PS4. Since you guys are PC gamers, do you think you're going to be picking up this game?
This is my first look at it. I didn't get a chance to look at this in advance. I'm very interested in this. I'll tell you. Is this? You say this? Is this an online? Is it like an MMO type game, or is it just?
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be like online first-person shooter. They said it's going to incorporate a lot of Titan's PvP, so that's player versus player. So.
Okay. Oh, so it's going to be like a Call of Duty type thing. I'm completely down with this.
They said it's kind of like Team Strike Force or whatever that is from Valve.
Team Fortress.
Team Fortress, yeah. I never got into that, but
I get that feel. I got that feel when I started looking at the animated GIFs of the characters that you were talking about. I completely get that. I completely get that vibe from it. Because there's a lot of personality in those character designs, versus you're joking about the very generic description, but Like I say, it's a Blizzard. It looks like they're doing a pretty good spin on it.
Lunchbox, you have a hamper, a powerful hamper PC.
I do have a powerful hamper PC that I for such things. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't play really any MMOs now.
Well, it's not an MMO.
Well, I mean,
first-person shooter.
I assume, right, but I assume it's going to be an MMO in the same way that like Destiny is. You know what I mean?
That could be, yeah.
There's going to be a subscription. It's going to be a whole thing. I don't know.
If it's a subscription, I'm not in.
I mean, I flirt with World of Warcraft every now and then. That's the extent of my my real online gaming.
Chachi, how about you?
I don't play PC games.
Okay, fair enough.
That is because if I do play PC games, it's World of Warcraft.
Oh, but that is a Blizzard product, so.
Yes, but the thing is, I'm not allowed to play World of Warcraft.
Oh, which that kind of ties in with the
Freemium side, yeah.
South Park thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's going to do it for us this week. You can follow us on Twitter on @InsertCoinTB. You can visit us at InsertCoinToBegin.com. New articles going up daily. And you can join us live each and every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on live.sorgatronmedia.com. Special thanks to Mike Allen at Michael Allen PR on Twitter. And for @Sorg, @Chachi Says, @DJ Lunchbox, I'm at Bobby FJ Town. Game over.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.